What is the fourth commandment?
Keep the Sabbath.
Part of keeping the Sabbath holy is not working on the Sabbath.
That is, yeah,
What day is the Jewish Sabbath?
it is on Saturday.
And what day is it today?
It is Saturday. Here we
The,
are,
the Christian Sabbath is what day?
Sunday, in honor of the day that Jesus rose from the dead.
And we're scheduled to give this bill a final vote on what day of the week?
It's ironic, isn't it?
Would you be willing to postpone your bill so that we're not breaking the Ten Commandments by working on the Jewish or Christian Sabbath?
I love that you said that because
You're saying that you'd rather tell people to follow the Ten Commandments than follow it yourself?
I would have rather have had this bill passed the other day when it was time.
We as a legislature are about to force every teacher in the state to post the Ten Commandments in their classrooms.
If
Do
they are
members
donated.
of the Texas legislature follow the Ten Commandments?
So again, this bill is about honoring our historical, educational, and judicial heritage with the displaying of the Ten Commandments.
The ninth commandment is thou shalt not bear false witness. Are you aware of any legislators who have lied about anything?
That is, there might be one coming up in a minute if you keep talking. We'll see.
The seventh commandment is thou shalt not commit adultery.
Yes?
Do you think that members of the legislature should focus more on trying to follow the Ten Commandments rather than telling others to follow them?
It is incumbent on all of us to follow God's law.
Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasha Allah. Koholoimla Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Chahakodash, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and the Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. This is Akanan Nawaf, just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And as you can see, these hypocrites are red, flush in the face, just like Edomites' description in the scriptures where it talks about they came out red all over like a hairy garment, because these people are red people. Look at all of them. That guy cut the asses to pieces. You know what I'm saying? And either way it goes, because he's a Democrat, so-called, right? There's Republicans, but this country was stolen with rape, robbery, murders, and all manner of wickedness. So them trying to even use the Bible, because she's talking about, their history and, their judicial and all this other bullshit. Like, okay, so why didn't you keep the Ten Commandments when you came here with the Bible? You know what I'm saying? Instead of taking the land that you took and the way that you took it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's very hypocritical. So this guy, because also what they was trying to do, it says Texas Democrats tried to amend the Texas bill to require other religious texts from Hinduism, Islam, and Buddhism also be posted in classrooms, but they were rejected. So now if you're familiar with this, let me just get the article. The title here, it says the Evangelical Christian Salakia Senator slams Republicans for breaking Fourth Commandment to force 10 commandments in classrooms. So if you notice, he was asking about what day of the week it was, or when was the Jewish Sabbath, which those small hats over there in Israel keep on, from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, which is wrong because there's no such thing as Friday or Saturday in the Bible. And then he was asking about the Christian Sabbath, which they said was Sunday, which is idolatrous as well, because there's no such thing as Sunday in the Bible, and it's a lot of different deities that they worship on these days as well. You know what I'm saying? That's another lesson, but it's all bullshit, bro, because which is it, Saturday or Sunday? We know that it's neither one of them because we understand that the Sabbath goes by the new moon. Now, it can land on a Friday. If the new moon lands on a Friday, it could be Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, but that's not all the time. Matter Matter of fact, we had one that just passed up. I think maybe 2 months back. Because right now, matter of fact, the Shabbat was yesterday. The Sabbath it ended yesterday. This particular month, the new moon landed on a Monday, so it's Monday sundown and Tuesday sundown throughout this month. Because there was no such thing as the weekly Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday shit that we know today back when the Israelites got the law, statutes, and commandments. That didn't exist. We didn't have, January, February, March, April, May, all these different, you know what I'm saying? That didn't exist with the original Hebrew Israelites. So that's all, all wrong, So these people are very hypocritical, and let's just get, I didn't want to keep this lesson long. I seen this earlier today, and I was like, damn, he did cut her ass all up. But guess what? He's wicked as hell, too. He's not righteous. There's nothing about him that's righteous, you know what I'm saying? Because he's asking those particular questions because they don't have no business with the Bible. They don't have no business with the Bible, man. And I'm going to get that right here. Psalms 50 and 16. It says, but unto the wicked, Yahweh saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instructions and castest my words behind thee? Because what are you about to put the 10 Commandments in all these classrooms throughout Texas for? And it's another state that's doing it too. But what are you doing it for? Because you're not telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says thou shalt not, bear false witness or lie. You know what I'm saying? And certain ways to treat your neighbor from what they say. But what did you do? You know what I'm saying? What's your history? You don't even, matter of fact, you want to put the 10 Commandments in each one of these classrooms, but in the same time, you want to get rid of the very history as to how you got America when it comes to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You just pushing that under the rug. You don't want to teach that history no more. And you wasn't teaching it properly anyway. But the little stuff that you was teaching, now they're trying to just push that to the side as if we've always been here and we're all just one people, and we're all just Americans. You're all equals. And also, what are you going to do about all this alphabet shit that's going on? Why aren't you, are you going to go with the scriptures as what the scriptures say as far as, deleting their asses, putting their asses down, like how the scriptures say? And I'm just trying to use, some decent words with this because it's a touchy topic. She's probably in there right now on her motherfucking monthly period. And the scriptures talking about separate yourself. You know what I'm saying? All those women that were standing there. Look how many women that were standing there. The one dude, he had his damn head down looking stupid as hell. Let me see here.
What is the fourth commandment?
Okay, so she's standing there first, but as you get into the video, let me see here. You can clearly see at the end of the video, if I can get there.
It is on Saturday.
And what day is it today?
It is Saturday.
Salakia.
Here we are.
The Christian Sabbath is what day?
I wanted to get, here we go right here. Let me see here.
Do you think that members of the legislature should focus more on trying to follow the 10 Commandments rather than telling others to follow them?
I am.
Hey, look at all those Edomite women.
You
got that one guy sitting there looking stupid and doofy as hell. All of them the color of his tie or the color of her shirt, because none of them are the color of her jacket, which they claim to be white. But don't the scriptures say? Let me get this. Because she shouldn't even be there, even answering no questions or asking that man anything, or she shouldn't even be there. 1 Timothy 2 and 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. You think she's going to keep that? Hell no, because she's standing there running her damn mouth when she should be at home along with the rest of those women. That one guy looked like he was spineless as hell. He don't know. He's probably going to get the donuts and coffee for their asses every morning, just looking stupid as hell. And again, I didn't want to keep this long. I just found this to be kind of funny because let me go back to that Psalms 50 and 16 again, because you Edomites put your hands on the holy scriptures when you should have just left it alone and just been the wicked that you are. You whitewashed all the damn images. You got people out here thinking that the people of the Bible look like Edomites or like you or like so-called white people, when actually the scriptures clearly describes the Israelites as being dark melanated people. The Lord was a dark melanated man, with woolly hair, with a deep voice. He was not some blonde haired, blue eyed white guy. And that shit is so played to the point where even your chat GPT and shit like that is cutting all into that. Your Google AI and all this other shit. They're answering their questions like, and it's shitting on y'all. And then now Esau, they trying to rewrite programs and shit anyway. But this is Psalms 50 and 16 again. But unto the wicked, Yahweh saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction, and cast it by words behind thee. When thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him, and hast been partaker with adulterers. See? And overall, that's them, because spiritually, if they trying to keep the scriptures, guess what? They're definitely spiritually adulterers. They don't keep anything that's in this Bible, man. And then when it comes straight down to a thief, they are the thieves. They consent with thieves. Here you go. You got Trump with the Make America Great Again Bible. He's out here, you know what I'm saying, acting as if he's a damn Christian. And he's a 34 count felon, man, that's out here just doing bullshit right now. Anyway. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit. And that's what they do too also. You know what I'm saying? They sit around, they write laws. You know what I'm saying? They've been writing all kinds of laws to go against you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians for, man, well over 100 years, man. You know what I'm saying? They got some shit that'll pin your ass to the wall, man. They been putting the screws to us by just sitting down, writing laws like this. And actually, there was a time period when there was no Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans sitting in these meetings and had anything to say. Just so it happened today, you have some Democrats, because it's mainly Democrats that's going against these 10 Commandments, which you'll think, and they all pastors. A lot of them are pastors or Christians, but they're telling you, here you go, a Christian. He's in here arguing for other religions to be taught in the classes as well, or put up in the classes. It says, Texas Democrats, this is what they're doing. The Democrats tried to amend the Texas bill to require other religious texts from Hinduism. Don't the 10 Commandments also say, matter of fact, let's just get it. Because they talking about Hinduism, Islam, and Buddhism also should be posted in the classrooms. These are Christians, man, that's saying this. But let's go to the 10 Commandments. Let's get it in Exodus chapter 20. Exodus chapter 20, verse 1. And as you can see, it's entitled the 10 Commandments. And Yahweh spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord Yahweh, thy God, which had brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. This is talking to the Israelites. These 10 Commandments was never for you heathen nations anyway. It says, thou shalt have no other gods before me. So why are these Christians talking about there should be Hinduism, Buddhism, and all this other bullshit, Islam and all these other shit? Aren't you a Christian nation? Matter of fact, none of those religions should even be in your country, since you founded it on Christian values, so to speak. You came through with the Bible killing people. But then you have every single religion in this place that's known to man right here in this continent. And you wondering why it's so goddamn wicked. You allowing all kinds of false gods according to, because you're saying you're the Christian. You going by the Bible, but you allowing all these other religions to enter your country. There's certain places you can't go talking about Christianity, man. You know what I'm saying? Some of those, you take your ass somewhere to one of those Muslim countries and think that Christianity is going to be taught or displayed or you're going to be able to just worship in peace. No, it's not like that. But verse 3 again, Exodus 20 and 3, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness, or anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, Yahweh, thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. See? And Esau got big stupid ass statues all over the world of white Jesus. I'm talking about big, stupid ass statues, man, with these arms spread out, with, you know, just looking like a damn woman, a bearded woman, you know. So the Lord is a dark melanated man, and his name is not Jesus. His name is Yahweh Shai, which means that he's the savior or deliverer in the Paleo Hebrew. And the true name of the Father is Yahweh, which means that he exists or the existing one. And we're about to soon see, because the Lord is about to put in a new work on these people, man, with this bullshit that they've been pulling, man. And you damn Edomites, you're being found out to be the wicked that you are, man. Because this is wickedness. This is a total hypocrisy right here. This man is standing up and you know, talking about the 10 Commandments being in all these classrooms as if that's going to save America. No, you're not. You're not about to bring back America. America done had its run. And not just America, you so-called white people in general. You've had your run, your age, you know, that your society or your age, your kingdom, that shit is done. You can forget about it. Look at this dude, naked ass face, just weirdo. And he probably got I ain't gonna even say it. You know what I'm saying? Because they all into hugging up on each other. You know what I'm saying? As far as the same sexes, rather. You know what I'm saying? Just be into all kinds of stuff, man. But he did cut her, though. I will say that she was getting cut to the bone. Look at them all looking stupid as hell. This is a perfect example of us almost being out of here, y'all. So I'm going to end out with that. I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yasha Allah and a Baba Ball.